The Igbos have pulled out of the war of words between the Yorubas and the North. Buba Galadima said, Nigeria risks a civil war if Tinubu appoints a notorious judge as INEC chairman. But go and check, especially my comment section, the Igbos have completely pulled out. They have said nothing concerns us with Yoruba and Fulani issue. One of them even said on the comment section that every time the Igbos are always the scapegoats in Nigeria. So even if they take sides, they are going to start blaming them for whatever happens. So the Igbos have completely pulled out. Whatever happens between the Yoruba and the Fulani, let them go and manage themselves. Go and watch my previous videos. Now, I have breaking news all the way from northern Nigeria. Now, depending on how you see the news, whether it's good or it's a bad news, but let me give you that breaking news from Katsina State. It's right there on your screen. The bandits have released many captives in Faskari local government of Katsina State. The bandits have told them, you are free to go. So they have released many captives. They have told the captives, now you are free to go. Now, no more problem, because according to the bandits, they have reached a peace deal with the government. It's right there on your screen. Before I continue, there's also a bad news all the way from Kwara State. But let's start like this. If you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comments, click the like button, and also share this video. As you are watching, also be liking and be sharing, and be dropping your comments. Like and share and drop your comments. It takes nothing. Subscribe or not subscribe, and also on notifications. In breaking news coming from Kwara State, the bandits have killed top vigilante members. Their leader in Kwara State is right there on screen too. Top vigilante leader have been killed in Kwara State by the bandits and others. This is a very bad news. And I don't know why Kwara State seems to be the eyes of the storm nowadays. Nowadays, Kwara State is being targeted almost every day. Almost every day, Kwara State. And I still don't know the reason why. The bandits are targeting Kwara State nowadays. And I hope that the military takes control of that particular place. I'm talking about the providing security in Kwara State. So these are the breaking news that I have for you. But let me continue on what I'm talking about. The civil war threat by Buba Galadima. I've said the presidency should invite him. But as of today, the 18th of September, Thursday, 2025, we have not heard anything from the Nigerian presidency concerning what Buba Galadima said. And like I said, that man must be invited or should be questioned. He should be invited for questioning. Okay, that information that you're talking about, where have you seen it? So he must be invited by the police or the DSS. What you just said, where did you get that information from? Because God forbid another civil war in Nigeria may not happen. I saw a video of the Biafra Civil War, 1967 to 1970. I saw that video on Tuesday. The complete video. That's a version. And you could see women and children. You could see malnourished children. Little wonder, the Igbos have said, we are not part of it. So you should now wonder why the Igbos refused to be part of what's happening between the Yoruba, not necessarily Yoruba, but the presidency and Buba Galadima. Many Igbos that know their comments said no, they have no business in it. That whatever happened is none of their problem. But this is a pointer to the fact that restructuring is the right way to go. Let there be now, Nigeria will only go forward if there is restructuring. Now, Nigeria will go forward. Restructuring is the right way to go now. It is the right step in the right direction. A restructured Nigeria will give everybody a sense of belonging. All part of Nigeria will start managing their own resources. Then we can talk about state police, which was rejected by the northern youth. They have rejected state police in the north. No, they rejected the northern youth. And I gave you that information. They don't want a state police. When on Tuesday it was reported that Gentle the Yahoo, that was what his name was called, was arrested by the Nigerian military. Go and check on X, which is Twitter, and see different reactions. I said that bandit leader who was having peace negotiations with the military, the police was there, and he was having ammunition around him. This man too must be arrested. That was a mistake that Buhari made. Well, if that's even a mistake, you cannot say if that was a mistake or if it was deliberate. But that Buhari is dead, so we cannot. If it was a mistake or it was deliberate, names were given to Buhari. Now, listen to me. In 2021, name was given to Buhari. These are the names of the top financiers of Boko Haram in Nigeria by the UAE government, United Arab Emirates. They gave Buhari 6 names of Nigerians who are fast terrorists and other names of ethnic national and other countries. Buhari did not for once charge them to court, arrest them, or investigate them. That's maybe they did it secretly, but we didn't say anything on the papers openly. Buhari did not. And it was that same year that Buhari went to Kenya to rendition and Kanu back to Nigeria. So you are not asking a question. Why do you think the Igbo people will say you want to get involved with the Yoruba or let me say the Nigerian matters? The only time an Igbo man was a president, was military president during the coup when Agwe was become president for just 6 months, and counter coup came, he was removed. From that time, more than 50 years now till today, an Igbo man has never led Nigeria. So if you are now asking the question, why do the Igbo don't want to get involved? Why would they get involved in the first place? Now let us look at it critically and ask ourselves objective questions. Why would the Igbo man want to get involved in the first place? Seeing that his own people are not at the ends of affairs in Nigeria. Now, there are 4 leadership positions. There are 4 in Nigeria, 4 leadership positions. The presidency, the vice president, the Senate president, and the Speaker of House of Rep. These are the, listen to me, president is the #1 citizen of Nigeria. For example, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is first citizen. Number 2, for example, is Kashim Shettima, the vice president. Number 3, Godswill Akpabio. Number 4, Tajudeen Abbas. who is the Speaker of the House of Rep. That is the 4 positions in Nigeria. The Igbos have only been the Senate, which is number 3. Either the President, the Vice, and Speaker, they have not been. The Yoruba have been 3 positions. They have been the President, Obasanjo, and now President Tinubu. They have been the Vice, Oshibanjo, who was with Buhari, and they have been Speaker of House of Rep. The Meji Bankole under Obasanjo, and Femi Miller under this last Buhari administration. The Igbos have not been any other thing than Senate President. So if you said, why are they not getting involved in that? Why would they get involved in the first place? This is a very crucial question. Why would they get involved in the first place? What you are not really part of. So the face-off between Galadima and the presidency, go and check yesterday's comments. The Igbos refused to say, this is not our own problem. And that is it. What the Igbos are talking about majorly is the rendition of Nnamdi Kanu on how he might be free. Or they want him, that's the question. They want him to have his freedom. I'm talking about Nnamdi Kanu, who was a rendition from Kenya to Nigeria. That is what you see, an average Igbo man talks more. So these are the issues. Because listen to me, the Yoruba people of the Western Nigeria, they too, they know that the way they, listen to me, Yoruba prefer restructuring. Just go and check. Yoruba prefer let us have a restructured Nigeria. Listen, Tinubu is the president, a Yoruba man. Obasanjo was first a president. Many Yorubas feel okay because of the PDP and everything. Yoruba supported Olufalaye 1999 of the AD. And that's a democracy. They said Obasanjo is not really ours. So Obasanjo won majorly in the north and in the eastern part of Nigeria and the Niger Delta. Now that Tinubu is the president, the Yoruba are asking, let us have a restructured Nigeria. But now, will it be possible? That is the question now. The average Yoruba man wants restructuring. The average Yoruba man have always been saying, well, where the country is, we can find our way out. But nowadays, even some Yoruba people talking about them, Odua nation. I'm giving now. These are what, unless you don't see them. Okay, now probably let us have our own different nations in Nigeria. But then, that restructuring is the major talking point the most on the average amount of the Yorubas in Nigeria. So when Tinubu said state police, you saw the agreement to it. It's only by the Afenifere say yes. This is one way of restructuring Nigeria. Or unless then they go to, they said yes, okay, and that way of restructuring Nigeria. Now listen, the North said they don't want restructuring. How do we now manage the country? And yesterday I said, how do we make Nigeria from just a country to a nation? I made that statement yesterday, the 17th of September, Wednesday. How do we have a proper nation? I asked that question yesterday. I went back history name in 1985. Listen to me. 1983. You can Google it if you're online. When an Igbo man, Peter Onu, was the substantive head Secretary General of the defunct OAU. Peter Onu was the Secretary General of the defunct OAU. That's the Organization of African Unity. Now it's now AU, African Union. In 1983. In 1985, he was to be re-elected. Buhari was the head of state then. Buhari left that man, Peter Onu, an Igbo man, and voted for Ide Umaru, another Fulani man, but from Niger Republic, as the head of the OAU. So general. That's why I said, and these are facts and figures, that the people that even partition Africa, they didn't take into cognizance of the fact that language, the barriers, the ethnic leanings and everything. Because a Fulani man in Nigeria, he loves another Fulani man from Niger more than a Yoruba man and an Igbo man in Nigeria. He feels safe, he feels secure, he feels than sometimes ago in Lagos. Majority of the Okada riders are not even Nigerians, but they can speak, you understand? Then it was being reported. So now the issue is this: until we strive to achieve that nationhood, nothing will work. That nationhood is critical, crucial, and very important. Nationhood, Nigeria, being a proper and restructured nation. So now the angle here is this: it's simple. Buba Galadima now should be asked that vital question: who sent you that message? And what did you see that will make you declare that Nigeria risks a civil war if the president employs the third judge? Who sent you the message? What did you see? This is very vital and crucial and very, very important, which we must ask ourselves. The North is not above. The North is not above others in Nigeria. Everybody must have that sense of belonging as a bona fide, as a truth, and as a well-meaning Nigerian citizen. And like I said, Nigerian military must be encouraged by all well-meaning Nigerians. All of us who are Nigerians, we must encourage the Nigerian military to carry out pressure strike and be successful against these people. It is very, very crucial that the Nigerian military are successful when it comes to dealing with the bandits and the criminals across every part. And it is crucial, it is important, and for the well-being of Nigeria. Because like I said, we are here in the south. Look at what's happening in the north. Almost every day of banditry, of kidnappings, almost every day of bad news. So all Nigerians must pray for the success of the military against the bandits, the terrorists, any name you call them. We must stand up and support our military to achieve a resounding success against the criminals in any part of Nigeria. That, in my opinion, weapon. That is even the first question said. What are you doing with weapon? Now, this is the first question. In the first place, why would you be using weapon when you are an S-man? This is the first question. So let us see the video where they are now laying down the weapons that they have. Now listen to me. You have seen what I mean, even the world said the Fulani militants are the fourth most dangerous terrorist organization in the world. Four. The Fulani militants. They have been described as the fourth in the whole world. We have taken lives of people. We have rendered many people homeless. Destroyed worship centers, especially the churches in Nigeria. Under Jonathan, it was only Boko Haram. When Buhari came in, started hearing about bandits and S-men. And then a new phenomenon, repentant bandits in Nigeria. That one is a new phenomenon. Repentant bandits. That sounds nonsense. Repentant bandits in Nigeria, in a civilized crime. So all these things are what we're talking about. In 2014, when Jonathan called for confab, 2014 Nigeria reached 100 years as a country. 2014, Jonathan called for a confab. Okay, let's dialogue and sit down together to achieve peace and the necessary way forward for the country Nigeria. But he said that Nigeria's unity was non-negotiable in that confab. That the unity of Nigeria was non-negotiable. That was the front burner. And what was the result of the confab till today? How many of it have been implemented? What they discussed at the confab? These are the vital questions here. So now listen.